Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to beautiful Toronto. Hot Toronto. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Feels like 40, it's in the 30s, and it is beautiful. I love it. I call this the brown men's weather. Is that what we're going to talk about? Nah, 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 nah. We are going to talk about a quitter. A quitter. A quitter. Listen to this, and listen to this very, very carefully, my friends. A quitter never wins, and a winner never quits, and I am a frickin' winner, not a chicken dinner. And that's what we're going to talk about. On this channel, we talk about everything and anything that makes us not awesome, but the best, awesomest human beings ever. Quitters. A winner never quits. A non-quitter lives an abundant, prosperous life. A quitter, on the other hand, dies. Miserable, lousy, boring, unfulfilled life. Understand this, because I am learning this at a tender, loving age of 62. Listen to this, my friends. Don't be like the normal Joe on the street today. Anything that they see, they take an easy way out. A losing mentality. They're looking for somebody else to bail them out. Doesn't work like that, my friends. See, if you want a mundane, lousy life, then be a quitter. But a successful person who knows what he wants in his life, he knows it is part of living. This is how it works. Failing is just part of the process. Understand this. See, people don't understand this. See, it's a mindset. You have two muscles. One is of quitting and one is of growth. What you feed it is going to grow. This is how it works. See, if you're going to quit, you're feeding the quitting muscle. When you feed the quitting muscle, you're going to be doing it over and over and over again. Meaning, the more you quit, it becomes easier the next day. The other day you quit, it becomes even more easier. Then you just become a bloody quitter, a loser in life. And if you want to be a loser in your life, then just quit. Just quit. But if you want to be a successful, happy, abundant, prosperous person in this world, and a happy human being who achieves to great heights, then never quit. Understand, quitting is just part of the process. Not giving up is part of the process. Failing is part of the process. But how you come back and win over a period of time and become better after every failure is what a winner does. And this is how it works, my friends. This is how it works. Every time you quit, guess what happens? You're building the quitting muscle. You're building that kind of an identity. And when you build that kind of an identity, what happens? Everything you touch will be a losing mentality, will be a loser way of living. But here's the thing. When you don't quit and you persist over and over again over a period of time, guess what happens? You're building that strength muscle. And when you build that strength muscle, what happens? You never quit in this world. Because why? You will become a winner and you are building that identity. See, you attract in your life who you are. If you are a quitter, then you will attract the quittingness because you're vibrating at that level. Everything you touch will be a losing thing, a losing battle, a tough battle. See, a person who never quits, he's building that kind of an identity. He's vibrating at that levels. And guess what happens when he vibrates at that level? Guess what happens? He attracts that kind of aura, attract that kind of circumstances, events in his life. And thus he becomes a winner. And that is building what? That kind of an identity. And every time he wins, it's a dopamine rush. And guess what? He's attracted to it. And he becomes more of a winner. And everything he touches, to the normal Joe, will seem like what? A pot of gold. This is how it works. When you give up and become a quitter, you will not ever be a happy person. You will be envious of others. You will attract negativity. And your identity becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. And you're becoming an invert person. On the other hand, when you never give up, your identity becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And that is what you are attracting. Because life is for expansion and fuller expression. This is how it works. If you understand to live this way, you will never ever quit ever again. Ooh, made a mistake there. You should quit in certain things. What is that? You quit being a loser. You adapt this way of thinking. The way of thinking of a winner. Quit the losery and adapt and accept and make that decision to become a winner. That is my challenge to you today. Become a winner, never a quitter. I want that for you. I live this way now. Hey, sometimes I go to the gym and I don't want to work and I don't want to do squats like today. But guess what? I push myself because I practice this way of living. A quitter never, ever, ever wins. And a winner never quits. And I am a winner. See? Winners live an awesome life. They feel good. They have awesome aura. And they feel abundant in themselves. While a quitter, on the other hand, lives a losery life. What is it that you want? Two ways of living. Two muscles you have. Which muscle are you going to feed? Which muscle are you going to feed? The one that you feed is the one that is going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. Think about what I just said, my friends. Think about what I said. Long and hard. Because this is how it works. So I hope I gave you value. If you think I gave you value, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And if you think I didn't, then that's okay too. I do my best. Live consciously, with purpose, in this moment now. And with freaking passion. So much passion that you, my friends, are a winner.